All right, let's see. We have somebody else backstage. Anybody else with a question? We're gonna bring SP and Matthew. After I got two people in queue. Matthew, let me know if you want to come on live. If you want to come on live, Nova will get you the link and I'll do your car breakdown live for you on the air. SP, what's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Okay. Not much. It's good to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you. What's your question?
Well, it was well, I was just adding on to the topic, because right now, I am financing. I was always told, but told by my wife, really, she's like my financial advisory, pretty much. She always told me, like, you know what, she don't like car payments. We like to just buy these cars, get them out the way, so we don't got to worry about the payments, and then just sell them off. When it's all said and done. But what your buddy over there said, we kind of got the same type of concept. We was just like, my kid, my boy, he's 11 years old right now. So hopefully when he's 18 or wherever it is, he'll be able to take that car and maybe I'll be able to get a new one. That's kind of what I'm going for. But it was interesting to hear, you know, the
Okay, cool.
benefits of leasing
So
as well.
I'll
But
unpack that statement real quick, and then we can get to your question. So can I be a little nosy? Maybe a little nosy.
yeah, sure thing.
What does your wife do professionally?
She's a hairdresser.
Does she have a corporation, LLC?
I'm not too sure. For some reason, they don't like me getting in their finances too bad. Her father is usually in charge of things, so it's a little
All
weird.
right. So let's
Try
say
not to
this.
know too much, maybe for the better. I don't know.
Let me say this. If she's a hairdresser, whether she's a 1099er or let's say she's a W-2 employee, if she was to do 1099s, I could show you how to do payroll, do all that stuff. And then we would switch it over where I could show you, which I think we're gonna do this for Matthew. Hopefully he'll join us backstage. I'm gonna compare. And if you want, we could talk off air or whatever. Show me your car note, I'll show you the finance, and I'll show you how many thousands of dollars you're leaving on the table by financing a car rather than leasing it because she has a business. Now this ain't for everybody, like Kevin brought up before. This ain't for everybody, but she has a business. I guarantee you're losing thousands of dollars by not having that bill. Now some people say, well, why would I spend all the, because you don't get money back dollar for dollar. I don't want to act like I don't know what I'm talking about with taxes. But for me, I'd rather have a brand new car that's bumper to bumper that I know is not going to break down and stay with the same dealership than to have to worry about a car that's 6, 8, 10 years old. And your son's 11. My daughter got her first building in Philadelphia when she was 10.
Mm.
So we need to educate our children on LLCs and we need to educate our children on business so that they're not worried about inheriting a free car. My daughter's shopping for a car right now. She's working on her permit. She just acquired another property for her birthday, turned 17. So we want to put this education out there, but we got to learn it first. Because I think if you look at your finances a little different, like where I ain't start with money, but look what we do now. It's about education and it's practice, and the money just grows. And I'm gonna say this, and this is an overarching theme. You might hear it. If you make 10,000, your bills can't be 10,000. You make 20, your bills can't be 20. So as you make more money, you got to have less bills. So your wealth is working for you more. And then that's when you get to have fun. And that's why I have that 10 times rule. I don't go get 2 more rentals, make $2,000 more a month and say, oh, I'm going to go get another $2,000 car note. Fastest way to go broke. Because what happens when repairs come or eviction or unit turnover or I sell the property, right? So that's that. You had a question, though, about retirement or pension or?
Yeah, I was supposed to get the stats all ready for you. I know we spoke briefly last week, but yeah, I just wanted to know about with my whole 401k. I'm definitely gonna get that stuff together. This week was just crazy and stuff, but yeah, I had a friend recently. He kind of helped me with it because I had no idea what I was doing with my 401k. I kind of just signed up, put it as aggressive. Guess you put stuff into the stock market. I'm assuming this was all new to me. I had no idea. I thought that was something I could really rely on. But then people started talking about it, saying it's not reliable. You know, you lose money, this and that. So when I finally went on and I signed back on, I started taking a look at these things. I was actually losing money this year, a couple of grand, if I'm not mistaken. So this person, I trust him somewhat. He just put in his, he gave me some knowledge a little bit. He didn't really go into too much detail because he was helping other people out as well. And he was just like, we're just going to switch it to a non-aggressive 401k type of deal. I wasn't too sure. I was just a little,
Okay.
so I
Well, no,
switched.
first
I
off,
had him switch it. I was like, okay, let's just do that for now because I was down, so.
no, thank you for your transparency. And this is what I want you to do because all this stuff is about mindset, right? So let's say you lost a couple $1,000s, right? That losing that 2 G's, let's call it 2 G's, made you pay attention, right? So we're gonna call that a $2,000 lesson in business school. All right. One of my good friends, Coach Wilson, said, when you're an adult, mistakes cost money. So you got a $2,000 lesson in higher education vis-a-vis 401k retirement plan. So now I'm gonna give you some game, and I'm gonna give y'all some game. I don't invest in stocks. I don't, because I can't control the money. And I could really get into the real estate. That'll be another show in the versus real estate versus stocks. I don't want to give away too much right now, but I'll tell you myself personally, I don't invest in stocks. And I'll give you my personal reason because I don't like to lose money. Real estate is very hard to lose money in. With stocks, it goes like this. And I can't sleep at night knowing that I got this much money in the bank and tomorrow is like this. I personally can't do that, especially my retirement account. So I put my money in mutual funds, and I'm able to dodge taxes through the way my accounts are set up, and I can show you how to do that. So with your 401k, it's tax deferred. So what that means is, let's say you make 100,000 a year. With a 401k, the max is 13.5. So you could put in 13.5 a year and lower your tax threshold, right? So you're saving money. You live on the East Coast. That's 40% that you didn't pay. So even with a mutual fund making 3%, you really made 43%. I know I talk fast with the numbers. Go back, listen to what I'm saying twice, or watch the show where I compare stocks to real estate. That being said, you can control your money. And what you're also allowed to do is pull out those funds and invest in other things. So let's say your 401k hits 50 grand. You could pull out tax free and invest in real estate, put the money back, make your flip there, and then put money back in. I do it all the time as part of how I was able to retire. I'll show you that on a real call. Exactly, Rob. TDA, tax deferred annuity, 100%. That's a New York thing, but they have them all over. They just have different letters. But in New York, TRS it's a whole thing. I'm gonna save that for the next show. But for you, I'm gonna give you some game while you're learning about your 401k. When you take a dip, all right, let me explain it like this. Let's say you buy Apple stock. Let's talk Tesla. Tesla took a huge hit this year. Tesla stock at one point was at $400. Let's say you had 10 shares and you spent 4 grand, right? Now Tesla stock dips to 200. You're like, oh my God, I lost my money. I lost half my money. I'm going to sell. You just made the biggest mistake of a rookie investor because you have no opportunity to get that money back. See, because now you don't own 10 stocks anymore. You sold them. But if you held on to the 10 stocks, there's an opportunity that maybe it goes back up. I mean, there's a chance that maybe it goes down, but there's a 100% certainty if you sell a stock while it's on its way down, you lost that money for sure. So if your money ever takes a dip again, don't sell. People panic, and that's how they go broke. You got to give it an opportunity to go back up. Now, with you being in 401k, you didn't buy Tesla stock. What you did is you probably did like an S&P 500. So what that means is they take 500 biggest companies and they buy stock with your money all over it because it's going to average out and you're going to probably get an 8 to 10% return. That makes sense? So who cares if Tesla goes down or Apple goes up or whatever? They're all going to perform at this pace for a certain amount of time. So you already sold it. Don't look back. Don't worry about it. But if you don't like the idea of the opportunity that you can wake up and lose money, invest moderate, invest low risk, and then we could talk and I'll show you how to maximize your taxes and maybe we get you some real estate That's a lot safer than stock. And in my personal experience, it performs way better in the stock market.
Hey man, I really appreciate that. Yeah, definitely if you take some time out, man, that'd be nice, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, thank you.
100%. We'll make sure you get my number and all that. We'll talk it through. I appreciate you. You want to give any shout outs, anything?
No, just to the fam. That's about it. Fred's family, all that good stuff, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Uh,
All right, peace.